Hey guys, it's Trina. Every once in a while I do get asked for advice or tips for getting started on BookTube. So I thought that I would finally just make a video on things that I have learned in my year here on BookTube, because I have been here for a year now and I definitely don't think I'm the best booktuber out there. So take my advice with a grain of salt, but this is what I have learned and what I would recommend to people that are wanting to start out. When you start your channel, I highly recommend making your first video be an introduction. You can title it BookTube Introduction, New to BookTube, BookTube Newbie. There are some tags out there that exist to help get you started with questions, but make a video where you introduce yourself to the rest of the community. The reason that I suggest doing this for your first video as opposed to like a book review or something is because I really think that this helps people find you. There are booktubers out there who search strictly for the term BookTube Introduction, and they find channels that have put up these intro videos and they go and welcome them and they subscribe to them. It's also very helpful because a lot of people who are starting are going to make an introduction video like that, and then they will seek out other people who are starting around the same time as them. So you're going to get found easier, I think, if you start out your channel with something in the title like introduction or new. The next thing that I highly recommend anyone who's starting BookTube to do is to get involved by joining groups. One of the biggest things I credit for meeting so many people when I first started was getting involved in weekly topic groups. The ones that I was involved in were Tuesday Talks and Top 5 Wednesday. I will do a shameless self-plug here for the group that Kay Lorraine and I have created, which is a monthly topic group called Monthly Recommendations. I'll put links to those down below. They are really great for getting you some inspiration on what to talk about, and they really get you connected, because I found when I started out and I started posting like a Top 5 Wednesday group, I would get a lot of comments where people were finding my video just because they were also in the group and they had searched for other people doing that topic because they wanted to talk about it. Those groups also have pages within their GoodReads group where you can put a link to your video and other people can find it. I definitely think that they are a great way to get started with meeting people and finding out what people are currently talking about. The next thing I want to hit on about starting BookTube is you should fully be aware on how much social interaction goes into maintaining a channel. It's not just you making a video and throwing it out there and walking away. 9 times out of 10, that's not gonna work out. You need to be an active presence on your channel. If you get comments on your video, reply. You don't have to reply to every single one, but you should be active. Be active, be around, make sure people know that you were there. The strongest support that you can ever have on your own BookTube channel is from other booktubers. So go out there and make friends. The best way to meet people and to be found is by interacting with other people. It's not just all the comments and replies on your own channel, but also you should be seeking out other channels and leaving comments on their videos. Comment, comment, comment. Don't just link spam, everybody. You can leave a comment that's an actual engaging comment, talk about whatever that person was mentioning in their video, and then say, hey, come check out my video. That's totally okay. I'm not saying to never promote yourself, but if all you ever do is say, check out my video with no other comment, it looks like all you care about are the views, and a lot of times that can kind of drive people away. The reason I'm advising against link spam is because, first of all, I don't know what my settings are or if it's just my account, but YouTube automatically filters out every single comment that has a link in it and puts it in a spam folder, which means it's harder for me to find those comments. So if you're leaving a link in your comment to me, I'm probably not going to see it. But something to remember is that your YouTube username is a link. Any comment you leave anywhere on YouTube, there is a link to your channel. If you leave a meaningful comment and that person enjoys hearing what you had to say, chances are they might click on your name and go see if your channel is an active channel, if you're making videos too, and they will check you out. The number one way that I have found channels who I follow is because I kept seeing their username in my comments, so you don't have to do it in a spammy way. If you're making actual genuine connections, really, that's gonna win 9 times out of 10 over just a link. So going along with your username being your link, a big tip that I wish more people would do is fill out your channel bio. Put your name in your channel bio unless your username is your real name. Put your name in it so we know who you are, and put on there that you are a booktuber, or you talk about books, or make videos about books, or videos about whatever it is you're making videos about, because that is the quickest way when someone sees that you left a comment on their video and they can just hover over it and see your bio and be like, this is an active channel, I could check them out. And going along with that, put a link to your channel on your Twitter bio or your Instagram bio or wherever it is that you're posting about books. I can't tell you how many times on Twitter I have been talking to someone and had no idea that they were a booktuber or had a blog because there was no link in it. Or they would mention that they made a post or made a video about something and I couldn't find it. Make it easy for people to find you. Put a link in your own bio. If it's your social media account, you're not bothering anybody by putting your own link there and by promoting your channel, because if people are looking at your bio, they probably want to know where to find you. And on that note, it is a really good idea to get a Twitter account. I know some people just really hate Twitter. I hated Twitter before I joined BookTube. I didn't use it. I didn't want to use it. But that is where probably 80% of the BookTube conversation is happening. If you just rely on videos, you're missing so much of the conversation that way. You don't have to post all the time if you don't want to. If you don't want your personal account to be used on Twitter, make a new account that matches your channel name. Just somewhere that people can keep up with you if they need to reach you somehow. It's just so much more convenient. I really have found out that that's where a lot of interaction happens. A lot of getting to know people and making friendships happens on Twitter. So use Twitter to your advantage. The last thing I really want to touch on isn't so much like a tip or anything, but it's something that I wish I had known when I started. Or I mean, I knew it, but I wish people were more open about it. And that is that it's a big misconception that BookTube is a drama-free place. People say that all the time. There's no drama on BookTube. We're such a nice community. This is a very nice community. Don't get me wrong. There is a lot less drama here than on other different pockets of YouTube. But it's a community, and it's a community based on 100% opinion, and guess what? Opinions clash. At some point in your BookTube life, you will probably get a bad comment. It happens. Even if you aren't involved in one of these negative interactions, chances are you're going to see it happening at some point in time, and that's just how it is in life. That's how it is in any community. So don't start BookTube expecting that you will get all praise all the time and never have any kind of run-in with someone that disagrees with you, because that's just not true. But with that said, any negative things that I've experienced or have seen going on, the positives have definitely outweighed it, and it's not a bad community at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just trying to make sure that you don't go into it with really skewed expectations. And the last thing I want to say about joining BookTube is you cannot predict how many people will subscribe to your channel. You cannot control if somebody wants to watch you or not. So when you start BookTube, I just hope that you will remember, don't compare yourself to others. Be kind to the people that you come across, and you don't have to drag anybody down to work your way up. Before I started my own channel, I did watch a video with tips for new booktubers that was done by Kaz over at Little Book Owl. I'll put a link to that down below. I also know that Emma Books has a really great series right now on how to booktube. If you are thinking about starting a channel and you have any other questions, let me know down below and I will answer you there. Or if you are an experienced booktuber and you have tips for people getting started, leave those down in the comments so people can find those too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the comments. Oh, and good luck. Bye!